Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to your Friday. I'm Denise Middleton. It is time for Volunteer Vibes. Hope you guys have been having a great week. We have had some beautiful weather, and it looks like it's going to continue into the weekend. So it's a great chance to get out there and do some good in the community. And as always, we have plenty of opportunities for you to choose from, some really unique ones too. And first, I want to start with one that some of you may be familiar with already, the Texas MS 150 bike ride. A lot of folks participate every year. And so I want to bring in my first guest here, Mr. Andrew Davis. He is with the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Good morning.
Good morning, Denise. How are you?
I'm doing well. I see you've got your Astros orange on this morning, or for MS as well.
Hey, both edges of the sword. Got to represent.
Yes. All right. So like I was saying, you all have the bike ride every year, and now you're preparing for the next one. But first, just kind of tell folks who may not be familiar just why this bike ride is so important.
Yeah, absolutely. So zooming out, us at the National MS Society, we're a national organization, and we exist to cure MS while empowering those affected by MS to live their best lives. And so our Texas MS 150 event is actually the biggest event that we put on nationwide. And it's one of the top 5 largest fundraising bike rides, regardless of cause, in the entire country. So it's a pretty big endeavor for us to hold every year. And we just got things kind of kicked off earlier this month for our 2023 ride, and we're excited. We had a really successful ride last year, getting back in the saddle after COVID and some weather kind of made us take 2 years off there. And so we're looking to continue to build off that momentum and bring some volunteers in the fold to help us do just that.
Yeah, and talk about, what it takes to prepare for an event of this size, because you all really do a great job, with this event and organizing everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the event this year is taking place on April 29th and April 30th. And as I mentioned, we launched things earlier this month, such as our website, our rider registration, and different things like that. We have a staff team of over 10 people that, as of October, we are working full time on this event that's taking place in April. So it takes over half a year of 10 plus people to come together to help make this happen. And if it was just up to the 10 of us, it would be a total disaster. So volunteers are a big part of coming in and help us making sure that we can execute. Everybody, when they come out on ride weekend, has a safe and fun time, and ultimately achieves our goal of raising funds and awareness for those living with multiple sclerosis.
All right, so we have the phone blitz that's taking place this month. So tell us what you need from the volunteers.
Yeah, absolutely. So as I mentioned, our rider registrations are already open, and at the end of the month, we're having our first registration fee increase. So we're wanting to get in touch with all of our riders from last year, kind of give them the inside scoop, let them know, hey, you got 1 week left, get in, get signed up, start your fundraising. We had over 6,000 riders hit the route last year. And so if I was left to make all those calls by myself, I'd be doing it for months. So we're hoping to bring in some volunteers to just help us get in touch with everybody, make sure they're aware, make sure we know that they appreciate their involvement last year, and give them this kind of inside scoop to get in while the registration fee is a little bit lower. And so we need some smiling faces to help us kind of man the phones, and we'll provide anything that you might need. We got a call script where if you get a voicemail, here's what you say. If they pick up, here's the kind of beats that we want you to hit, a call list. So all of the assignments, so you know exactly who you'll be calling, as well as an FAQ sheet, so you're equipped to answer any questions that might come up. And the plus side is you're not cold calling people. You won't get a lot of angry hangups and stuff like that. The people that have already ridden with us.
Before.
Yeah, it's not a fun experience. So we want to avoid that for our volunteers. Everybody already knows the MS Society. They know what the event is about, and you're doing them a favor. So things should go a little well on that front.
Yes, that sounds nice and easy. So tell us about the shifts that you have set up for those who are interested.
Yeah, absolutely. So the event is taking place at our local Houston office next Monday and Tuesday, the 24th and 25th. And we have both a morning and an afternoon shift for each day. So the morning shift, we're looking at something around kind of 9:30 a.m. to about noon. And then we'd have the afternoon shift each day come in from about 1 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. You can sign up for multiple shifts. And if you sign up for both shifts one day, we'll throw in a free lunch for your trouble there. And so we got some sandwiches provided by Antone's, salad, free drinks, all that. So go ahead, sign up for 2, and you'll get a nice full belly there.
What a treat. And I think I saw that you have people who can sign up as young as 12. Is that correct?
What's the age absolutely requirement? Just 12-ish, and we're pretty soft on that. We just want to make sure the individual would be comfortable making calls and having conversations and being able to accurately display the information to our participants there. And so if it's younger than 12, that doesn't disqualify you. I would just probably want to have a conversation with that parent or guardian, make sure they know what the expectations are going in, and we'd probably want to chaperone to accompany those individuals.
That would be like the cutest phone call. I could just imagine like hearing a kid, talking about that. That would be so cute. Well, I'm glad that it's open to all different ages. So that's great. And just tell us, what that experience is like for those who have never participated or never, perhaps, haven't been to a Texas MS 150 to cheer folks on. What's that experience like?
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess with this event, particularly, like I mentioned, it's in our office. So you get a little bit of a peek behind the curtain on kind of what helps make a nonprofit run, as you were alluding to earlier, what it takes to make an event like this happen. And it's great because, like I mentioned, you're having conversations with all different kinds of great individuals. Many of our riders are living with MS themselves, or they know somebody who's living with MS. So they're very passionate about the cause. And we have some volunteers that they'll be on the phone with somebody for 10, 15 minutes, just kind of swapping stories, connecting with them as individuals, as well as kind of giving them the inside scoop on our registration process there. And so it's great. You'll be working alongside. We got a big kind of bullpen full of desks. So you'll literally be side by side with other volunteer staff members participating in the phone blitz as well. So you get to make connections there. If you sign up for both shifts, you'll be able to stick around for lunch and we'll be able to chat. And it's a great way to meet other people who care about giving back to the community, just like you, all while helping those who live with multiple sclerosis. So we have several volunteers one volunteer signed up for every shift all 4 days. She loves it so much. And so they definitely find it to be a rewarding experience. And hopefully those that come out from your audience will do so as well.
That's incredible. So you said October 24th and 25th. If they can't make it for either day, is there any other opportunity or any other way that they can help out?
Yeah, absolutely. We have volunteer opportunities constantly popping up here at the MS Society. So worst case scenario, my contact information is on our post on Volunteer Houston. You can reach out to me. I can add you to our mailing list to make sure that you stay in the loop on that. But some specific opportunities we have coming up here in the near future are also geared around our office. We're actually looking for 2 more kind of regular part-time office volunteers. Our development team, which is responsible for our rider relationships and fundraising, is actually currently pretty short-staffed. So we need 2 or so individuals to help us out with a few projects, keep the trains running on time there at our office. So one project, we would need them to assist our team with researching potential in-kind donations in support of the 2023 Texas MS 150 event. And we would also need another individual to assist us with organizing our donation tracker and our MS 150 kind of rider team rosters within our various databases. And so we would just be looking for some individuals that are a little bit comfortable using some different platforms such as Microsoft Excel and be willing to commit about 5 or so hours a week to coming into the office, working alongside staff members on those projects. And if they're willing to hop in tomorrow, well, tomorrow's a Saturday, if they're willing to hop in on Monday, we could get them plugged in then, and we would need the support of these individuals through about the end of January until really things get super heated up and close there to the MS 150. So if you can't make it Monday or Tuesday, there's definitely other opportunities for you to be involved around our office.
Good. And how many volunteers are you looking for? Because it sounds like you guys could really use a lot of help.
Yeah, so for the project that I just mentioned, that would be 2 individuals, 1 for each project. For the phone blitz we discussed earlier, we can accommodate up to 15 volunteers per shift. And so most shifts still have over 10 or so open slots. And so we could definitely take as many individuals who might be willing to hop in over the weekend. And generally speaking, as I mentioned, we have other opportunities that pop up every a couple weeks or so that if neither of those are a great fit, we'd love to plug you into those.
All right, fantastic. Well, I hope you guys get all the help you need. Andrew, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Denise. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. All right. So we have another ongoing opportunity to tell you about. And so I want to bring in Mr. Matt Herrera. He is with the West Houston Assistance Ministries. Good morning to you. Good to see you again.
Yes, good to see you again, Denise. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, so you all have this resale store that you constantly need help, sorting through the donations. But just tell us again a little bit about, the WHAM organization and what you guys do in the community.
Yeah, so there's two quite a few big things that we do. Our number one thing is we're a hub for the Houston Food Bank on the west side. We're a platinum member with them. We're able to serve over 12,000 families a month, and that happens 5 days a week. We serve food to 7 satellite pantries, which are in desert food areas, which would be churches or organizations that are just not around big populated areas where the food bank is really able to get them a bunch of food. So we're able to service them because the food bank, since the pandemic, has grown so big. So we do a lot with our food. And then our case management, actually, we just found out yesterday that we're adding 3 more case managers. So we did get some more grant funding for our case management and client services, which is financial assistance, rental assistance, utility assistance, and then, of course, domestic violence, which we saw a spike in 2020 and really come to light. And we're getting more case managers so that we can help families with actually with a grant called Rapid Rehousing, which is very popular now. Methodist Hospital backs it, and we're very excited for that. So that's really what we do in terms of a quick little rundown, but food and helping families that are in need and stuff like that. So
that's wonderful. So tell us about your volunteer needs.
Yeah, so our opportunity right now, a big one, as the holidays approach. With inflation rising, obviously food's a big thing, but also to gifts, and we're able to donate a lot of people in our areas because of our location off of Meadow Glen, which is just off of Westheimer, to the west of the Beltway. We're right by River Oaks and the Galleria, so we have a lot of people around us that donate a lot of furniture, and people are moving and stuff like that. So all our donations that come in, which is great, we have to go through and we have to sort through, whether it's clothes or Christmas trees or Christmas items and stuff like that. And so what we try to do is process it and then resell it at a very, very affordable cost, because we don't barter. Everything in our resale store is donated. So we need help processing that as, Thanksgiving and Christmas approach. And it's a great time for people to give back things that, they may not need anymore, and give it to somebody else that does in need. And we want to service that. So we got tons of Christmas stuff right now going on in the store, and that's really what we're preparing for, is the holidays.
Well, that's awesome. So what are some good times for them to come out and help?
Absolutely. So Tuesday through Saturday, our store is open. We take donations every day. We're not going to tell people no, but we try to keep our donation days to actually Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we also have delivery trucks, so we actually go pick up. So if there's somebody in the neighborhood, or they have big pieces of furniture and they can't get it to us themselves, we actually do offer a service where we'll go pick it up for them, bring it back. And so that happens pretty much every day. It depends on, when they sign up on our website. But Tuesday through Saturday, the store is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And all we ask is, minimum kind of 2 hours if you can stay and help us out. And it goes a long ways, even just 2 hours of helping us.
Oh, I bet, because I know you guys have a lot to sort through. So I guess, what would they need to know if they're signing up for the first time?
Absolutely. So all you have to do is go to our website. Up at the top, it'll say how to help, and then it'll say volunteer, and you just click there, and the next link will take you to our volunteer page. And then we created a whole database and a bunch of opportunities on our website, and you can sign up through Volunteer Houston as well. So either way, we're out there marketing these opportunities to anyone that comes across WHAM.
So do you have people who can come as a group or a family, and how large of a group can you take?
Absolutely. So what you just saw there, the first picture that popped up, was actually Century on Pipeline. They're an energy company over here on the west side. Yes, that group right there. So we can accommodate corporations, energy companies, groups of 10, 15. We actually had a group of 40 this past summer that was traveling around the country. And so we can accommodate a lot because it is a full-blown resale store. We have everything from books to furniture to desks to clothes. Massive amounts of clothes. And then, of course, everything from glassware to Christmas trees and stuff like that. So we set all that stuff up, and we have electronics. So it's constantly processing that stuff and getting it out to the floor to be resold.
Yeah. And what about, you have your teenagers, of course, who may be trying to get some volunteer hours. So are they able to kind of participate as well?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we're actually in a great position, very fortunate for our location. The Briarwood School is a private school that's right down the street. So they get Wednesdays off. So they'll actually come afternoon. Straight Jesuit and St. Agnes are right down the road off Bel Air. So we're very fortunate to have them, and tons of opportunities for students that need hours for college applications, because that's, starting to heat up now. You want to stay ahead of the curve. And then, of course, for those that are in high school right now, needing to do it for, whether it's National Honor Society or their school requirements, we also offer those as well.
Okay, great. So yeah, another ongoing opportunity. Matt Herrera with WHAM, West Houston Assistance Ministries. Appreciate you. Good to see you again, Matt. Thank you.
Good to see you, Denise. Thank you.
Yeah, and you guys let us know if you have, any questions or concerns, anything, just comment there and we can try to help you out and get your questions answered. Right now, I want to bring in Britt Campbell with Volunteer Houston. Hey there, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So I know we've got plenty of other volunteer opportunities to mention from the portal. What do you have for us?
Okay, so I have 3 for you today. The first is from Rebuilding Together Houston. This is an organization that repairs homes for low-income elderly people in need, U.S. service veterans in need, and working families in need. They provide those critical home repairs, things like accessibility modifications, energy efficient upgrades, at literally no cost to the homeowner. But it's the work of the volunteers and the support of the community partners that really helps them achieve that mission of repairing homes, revitalizing communities, and rebuilding lives. So they are looking for volunteers to come as an individual or even groups of volunteers that can help paint. All skill levels are welcome, but you do have to be at least 15 years old. And they have a shift and a need tomorrow, Saturday, October 22nd, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So that's Rebuilding Together Houston. The second is with Wesley Community Center. And I realized and learned this morning that Wesley Community Center has been around for over 100 years, 117 years. Yes, isn't that
incredible?
Crazy? It is. And they've been doing things that whole time, like fighting poverty through their programs that help Houstonians at every stage of life. So they give people the tools they need to help them reach their goals. They help them with basic needs, giving clients the tools they need, not just to survive, but to thrive. So they've got early childhood education programs, out of school and youth programs, senior programs, a food pantry, financial coaching, and even emergency assistance. But they are looking for volunteers to specifically help with their food pantry as intake volunteers. It really is an integral member of the food pantry team. So those volunteers will greet clients when they arrive to the food pantry, collect their name and contact information, enter that information in their database. They'll get training on Wesley's database so that they, know what they're doing. You don't have to come to the table with those skills already. So how do you know if this is a good volunteer opportunity for you? Well, I have to say that Wesley Community Center has put this list together of what they're looking for in their volunteers, and it's just fabulous. They are looking for people who have excellent oral communication skills, interpersonal skills, the ability to work independently, to take initiative. They have sound judgment and decision-making, exceptional boundaries related to confidential information, which is incredibly important to serving the people who come to their facilities for services. And they are looking for people to help represent Wesley with a high level of integrity and professionalism, be a team player. And they are also looking for bilingual folks, people who speak English and Spanish, specifically to work one Saturday a month. And so that shift on any particular Saturday is only 4 hours from 8:30 in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon. So that's Wesley Community Center. And one more, the last one is actually with us, Volunteer Houston. We are a lead organization in the Harris County Long-Term Recovery Committee, as well as other local disaster response organizations. And we've been tasked with coordinating change management for the collective use of a web portal called Crisis Cleanup, which is a hotline that disaster survivors, specifically with property damage, can call if they have property damage after a community experiences some sort of disaster. So if and when the crisis cleanup platform is activated in Houston, we actually recruit remote volunteers. We vet them, train them, schedule them, and get them ready to answer that hotline. But the great thing about this platform is it's web-based. So we can help disaster response efforts in communities outside of our own. And right now, Hurricane Ian community needs help from remote volunteers. So we're looking for volunteers from the Houston area that have a computer or a tablet with reliable internet connection. That's all you need to volunteer for disaster response efforts in the Florida area. So we're ideally would be able to recruit at least 5 more volunteers, but we could take up to 50 or even more than that.
Wow.
And that's something that is incredibly flexible. Those remote volunteers can connect whenever it's convenient for them at just about any time of day. Now through about the end of this month, we'll need some help manning that hotline. So that's it. That's what we have.
I like that. And so many people have gotten used to working from home now. So I'm sure that would be a great opportunity to take advantage of. Brooke, thank you so much. Appreciate you as always. Matt and Andrew, I thank you guys for coming on. I hope you are able to get plenty of volunteers. As you guys know, you can catch us here every Friday at 11 a.m. And you can also go to volunteerhou.org to check out all the other volunteer opportunities. And we hope you guys have a great weekend. See you next time.
Thanks, Denise. Bye, everybody.